Nobody is going to pay you multiple thousands of dollars for something that they don't care about. And that's why it's so important on your sales call, you have the ability to dig deeper into that person, where they want to be, where they're at right now, why they don't like being there, and everything else around it that goes into a sales call. And you can only do that if you actually understand how to dig deeper, what it actually means, what questions to ask, when to do it, when not to do it. And if you do get it right, you will have the person on the other side of the call in an emotional state that will make them want to buy, and not only just buy, but buy for high ticket. So getting straight into it, in this video, we're going to be breaking down exactly how to dig deeper. So most people on a sales call think asking one good question is enough, and it's not. If you don't dig deep, your prospect stays on the surface. And like I just said, surface level problems and surface level emotions don't close for high ticket. That's why you're probably stuck selling $300 a month plans, because people aren't invested enough emotionally into putting forward a high ticket payment. Now you need to understand, the first thing you need to understand about digging deeper is that every single answer is a lie. Not actually an outright lie or a malicious lie, but a lie in the sense of it's not how they truly feel. And here's an example. If I ask you, what is your goal with your fitness coaching business? You're gonna say, oh, I don't know, I wanna make 30K per month. Now, initially, that's gonna feel like it's true from you. But if I follow up with and say we made that in the first 3 months of working together, then what do you want to do? You're not going to say give up. You're going to say something like, oh, I don't know, move countries, buy a house, buy a Lamborghini, or my dream watch. And that's your actual goal. And that is what has the bigger emotional leverage point that you can use later down the line to pass their objections. So when they tell you, oh, I need to speak to my wife, or I need to look at my finances, then you can reference the deeper goal that you got by digging deeper instead of just the surface level goal. And what you need to understand is that you're not asking questions, you're actually doing surgery. And the whole goal of digging deeper for a fitness coach is to move from I want to lose weight or I want to be healthy to I felt insecure in every photo for the last 3 years and I'm sick of it. Because when someone tells you you want to lose weight, you just ask another question like, what stopped you from doing that? Instead of saying something like, I completely agree. That's why most people come to me. But everyone's version of losing weight looks different. So what would losing weight mean to you? Now, when they say something like, well, I've just felt insecure in all the photos that I take and I really don't like it. Now you can dig deeper again and then ask, and how does that make you feel? And then that feeling is the emotional leverage that you need to pass the objections at the end of the call. So here's when to dig deep. If it's their first answer to a question and it sounds generic, if you feel like they're protecting themselves emotionally and they're not opening up, or you've heard the what, but you've not heard the why that's behind that what. So here's a framework that you can use straight away to dig deeper on your sales calls. So to push past the first surface level answer, you need to say, can you walk me through that a little more? What do you mean when you say insert what they said? Can you give me an example so that I can really understand? Or my personal favorite is, yeah, I hear that from everyone. Can you explain what that looks like specifically for you? And again, you're going to use this when people give you generic answers like, oh, I just want to get back in shape. And you'd reply, well, yeah, for sure. That's why we're on this call today. I've helped hundreds of people get in shape and everyone has a different goal. So what does getting back in shape look like for you? Next, you need to probe for specifics. So get sensory, emotional, and detailed with it. How did that make you feel when it happened? What was going through your mind at that point? What's the part that bothers you the most about X? And again, use this when you're pulling out pain or past attempts. Next, you've got encouraging reflection. So make them stop and pause to process the emotion. Ask them, so what did that teach you about yourself? Why do you think that stuck with you? What's been the biggest cost of not solving this issue? And again, use this when they're telling a story and you want to make it hurt so they feel the emotion and they understand why they need to invest into your program to get past it. Next is challenge surface level thinking. So reveal the blind spots that they've got, gently confront them about it. So is that really the only reason? Maybe they say they can't go to the gym because of how busy they are at work, but is that really the reason? Or would you be open to hearing what I think it is? Do you think it could potentially be a lack of discipline down to not having anyone fight in your corner? And again, that challenges their surface level thinking in a way that doesn't destroy their ego, but allows us to shift their perspective and move and progress the sales call forward. Again, you can say things like, if that worked before, then why are we even having this conversation today? Or you could say, is there a part of you that's scared to make this change, do you think? And you'd use this when they're deflecting or simply just oversimplifying their problems. And fifth, you've got ask why until it gets real. So don't stop at the first why, keep going until you see emotion. Why is that important to you? Why now? Why haven't you been able to do this alone? And again, use this when you're just about to move into the pitch, but you still feel like you lack the emotional leverage and you want to draw out that last little bit of emotion, but you know that the call is getting to the point where, look, you need to drop the pitch. So your mindset while digging deeper needs to be that you think of yourself like a therapist with a sales quota. So ask like you care, pause and let them talk, and let it get uncomfortable. Let them actually go deep into their feelings and the negative emotion. Don't take it away from there. You need to actually hear them out, because that's when the gold comes out. And here are some more examples. The prospect says, I just want to feel healthier. You can say, okay, but what does healthier actually look like for you? The prospect says, I've just been lazy. And you could say, do you think it's really laziness, or maybe something deeper like a fear of failing again? Or the prospect says, I've tried everything before and nothing's worked. And you could say, tell me what you tried. What specifically didn't work and what was the hardest part about it? And the final note on this is, don't try and close people by being clever. You close by helping them say out loud what they've been avoiding in their head. Your job is to find the root and expose it, and then show them how your offer specifically solves it, tailored to their specific situation. And here are just some example phrases that you can use when you're trying to ask for elaboration, probe for some specific details, encourage reflection and personal experience, challenge their assumptions or their surface unspoken ideas, and ask the why behind their actions and beliefs. And when you want to show the prospect that you actually are listening and acknowledging what they said. So feel free to pause the video and take a note of these, take a screenshot, however you like, so you can always refer back to these questions. And that's it, guys. If you made it this far, I want to say congratulations, because you've now got everything that you need to go and smash and smoke all of your sales calls, extract all of the emotional leverage that you need, and then close and get past any annoying objections you're going to face at the end of your sales call. Now, if you actually want a more one-to-one and more in-depth sales type of training, or you just want to scale your fitness coaching in general, and you're in any of these situations where maybe you're starting out and feeling lost, you've already built your audience but you're struggling to monetize it, or maybe you're just actually struggling to consistently scale for a bunch of reasons, like getting leads is impossible, you're still closing for low ticket, not high ticket, maybe you've hit a plateau, or every month you're just chasing new content, new trends and new clients and none of it's paying off, then just simply go to my Instagram and DM me the word partner. That is literally it. I will reach out to you, we will have a chat, and I'd just love to hear about your online fitness coaching, what's working, what's not working, where you are right now and where you want to be, and we can potentially map out what a partnership with myself would look like. And that's all, guys. So now you need to go ahead, book some calls in, take some sales calls, and apply the Digging Deeper framework to all of your calls, get a bunch of high ticket closes and run it up to the moon. But thank you so much for watching. If you're after some more videos, go through my channel, hit subscribe. I upload almost daily. And that's all, guys. Now go out there, go get all your closes, and if you want any more help, have a look through all my other videos or hit me up on IG like I said. But that's it for this video, and thank you for watching, guys. Peace out.